And welcome back to the Evangel AG Financial Arena here in Springfield, Missouri. We are now switching over to the boys 18 and under. The last couple of games have been girls 18 and under pool play. Well, the boys, they don't have pool play. It is a bracket all the way till the end. So winner advances. This is a boys 8A game again, and the 1 versus 8 seed in boys 8A. The number 1 seed Tyler Heat. Not only are they the number 1 seed in the 8A bracket, they're the number 1 seed overall as in the national tournament. They were the Big South champions. Jeremy and I had the privilege of seeing them down in the Big South Regional. Speaking of Jeremy Caldwell is joining us on the broadcast as well. Meanwhile, the Bluegrass Blazers out of Kentucky, they finished second in the Midwest Regional in Division II. They are the 8th seed in this boys 8A bracket. Getting ready to tip off here, Tyler Heat in the white uniforms with the orange trim and orange numbers and letters. Meanwhile, Bluegrass are in the blue jerseys with the gray and red trim and lettering. Heat win the tip, and they're going to start it off.
Yeah, Tyler Heat's had a pretty good season this year. They won the Gulf Coast District right off the bat, and then they went to the Big South, as you mentioned, and won that.
That take was up and no good from Tilly Tisdale. He stole the initial pass and then went for a layup, and no good. The ball will go back to the Heat.
So it looks like the Blazers come out in a full court press against the Heat. Eli Anderson, number 2 for Tyler Heat, is their leading point guard. He kind of runs the show here for them after the absence of Jackson Tomlin last year, leaving as his senior year.
Lots of all-region players on the floor right now. Number 24 for Bluegrass, Jonathan Thomas, was the one that got the rebound. He was a Heartland all-region player. Meanwhile, for the Tyler Heat, they've got 3 on the court right now. Eli Anderson, Cohen Starr, and Waker Hartman, who not only was the all-region player for the Big South, he was the MVP of the Big South region.
Also the MVP of the district, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And he had 36 in that championship game against Houston Raiders in the Big South. That
time he finds the big man for the shot, no good. He'd have got a lot of looks on their side of the floor, but nothing going so far. Still 0-0 after about a minute and 15 seconds of play.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember last year, Paul. I believe me and you called Bluegrass's game last year, because I remember number 30, Woodcock, for Bluegrass Blazers. He's a hustle guy. He's brings the energy for the Blazers, and he made a big impact last year. And, not the biggest guy on the floor, but you know when he's on the floor.
So that's an early timeout by Bluegrass as they want to take a moment to talk about it. Coach Wilson and his boys looking at what Tyler Heat is doing on the defensive side.
Yeah, both teams struggling right now offensively, as no points have been scored yet. And Tyler Heat's gotten quite a few looks at the basket. Just hadn't been able to get it to fall. They've missed 3 or 4, right at the goal layups. And I don't think they've taken the outside shot yet. But you got to figure at some point one of the teams or both could possibly heat up. We know they could both score, or they wouldn't be D1 here at Nationals. So be interesting to see which team goes on the run first, because we've seen throughout the day so far it's been basically a game of runs throughout the day.
Pull-up jumper is too strong off the backboard. That was Grafton Dolan.
Ball's going to be out of bounds off the Blazers. Tyler Heat's ball. So the Blazers are not really in a full court press, just kind of a man full court, just kind of slow the tempo down. The Heat like to get up and run and push the pace. So it looks like they're trying to slow them down a little bit.
Tyler Heat also love to move the ball very quickly. That turnaround jumper, no good. Excellent rebound over the top from Tilly Tisdale. And the ball was tipped out of bounds. Heat were convinced he lost it, but
that's another missed layup by the Heat there as well. So you got to figure at some point those shots are going to start falling. They'd probably be up 8-10 points right now if they make the layups that they've missed.
And we've got a traveling violation, so both teams struggling early in the opening part of this game.
Yeah.
We're 2.5 minutes in and still not a single point on the board, but that doesn't mean it's not been a well-played game. These teams are playing really active defense, getting good looks, just nothing going in so far.
Yeah, very, very aggressive defenses by both teams. Active hands, jumping past the lanes, and contesting every shot. Nobody's got an open shot yet, although Tyler's got quite a few good looks at the paint. They just hadn't been wide open. Another tip pass there by the Blazers.
That three-pointer is up and good for Cohen Starr. He gets the scoring started for the Tyler Heat. Meanwhile, the other way, the ball is blocked on the shot attempt by Grant Brazier.
Cohen Starr, I believe, was an all-region player as well.
He was one of the three that they have on this Heat roster. Nice inbounds play to Tilly Tisdale, and he gets the scoring started for Bluegrass.
Yeah, the Heat lost him there on that inbounds. Did a great job by the Blazers to run that inbounds play, to run a screen. Another missed layup by the Heat.
Excellent defense from Tisdale. Now Bluegrass looking to see if they can collect their first lead of the ball game.
Yeah, if you're Coach Tomlin right now, you're probably not too happy with the missed layups that he's seen from his players right now. But, you know, they coming in as the number 1 overall seed also brings a little bit of pressure that they probably haven't seen before.
A little hop step turnaround is up and good for Jonathan Thomas, the all-region player. And Bluegrass has a lead, and then we have an air ball from Tyler Heat, and it's going to stay. Nope, they're going to send it back to Kentucky's side.
Yeah, he pointed the wrong way originally.
One thing Tyler Heat has done a good job of is they are very active on the defensive end, and Bluegrass has been looking for backdoor cuts, but they've been cutting those off as well.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how Bluegrass is able to attack the Heat defense. That three-pointer is off the back iron and too strong from Tisdale.
Eli
Quickly
Anderson.
Back the other way is Anderson in the corner. Finds Hartman for three. Yes.
So maybe the Heat's status should be just shoot threes the rest of the way. They're 2 for 2 from three-point line, and they're about 0 for 10 from the layups.
They have certainly the ability to knock it down from beyond the arc. That time the ball is simply just taken away by Anderson. Baseline drive, kicked it out. Hartman
Travel.
shuffled his feet before he was able to figure out what he was going to do with it.
Yeah, great job by Tisdale there to come over on the weak side and made Waker Hartman there shuffle his feet a little bit. Then he asked the coach to give him a little breather. So Tisdale comes out of the game.
Coming in for Bluegrass is Miller Wood.
Eli Anderson's a really good defender on the ball. Does a really good job of moving his feet, staying in front of the offensive guy. Doesn't create a lot of fouls.
That shot is denied.
Great look
by John Hall. And then the other way, another layup is missed by Anderson. And then we've got a jump ball. So good job from Hall to tie the player up. But you mentioned it, Jeremy, just have not been able to connect on a single layup so far. And they've probably shot anywhere from 10 to 15.
Oh, at least. I mean, they're getting to the rim and they're getting at the rim. They just can't get them to fall right now. So they hold a 6-4 lead thanks to the 2 threes that they've been able to knock down.
And that's a traveling violation as well, called on Jonathan Thomas.
Yeah, both teams doing a great job of sending weak side help to the ball. And the offensive guys are seeing, as soon as they see the ball side coming, they start shuffling their feet a little bit. We've seen a few travels called early on, so that's going to have to be an adjustment made by both teams in this game. .41 comes into the game for Tyler Heat a while ago, and that's going to be Kedron Penny, he's a three-point shooter as well. Another missed layup by Eli Anderson, but he draws the foul. And I believe that foul was on number either 22 or 42, I couldn't see exactly.
Even Anderson was surprised that he missed the layup. Free throw no good.
And he missed the free throw. So the Heat have unable to get anything to go inside that three-point arc. And through all of that, they still hold a 7-4 lead.
That was the first point of the game for Anderson.
A lot of motion movement by the Blazers off the ball.
That three-point attempt is good from Baron Wilson. He ties the ball game. Meanwhile, down the other way, good ball movement, but ultimately is read and intercepted, but could not be corralled. Ball will stay with the Heat. 7-7 ball game, just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. And that shot is going to be denied by Thomas. Quickly back the other way. Kentucky. Woodcock. That ball nearly tipped away by Anderson, just so active in the passing lanes. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Excellent on-ball defense from Anderson.
Very good defense by both teams so far. And that's probably why we're knotted out 7 apiece with 1.5 to go here in this first quarter. First 18U boys game of the tournament here. Tyler Heat coming in as the #1 overall seed.
That three-pointer is up, no good. Weak side rebound to the Heat. Nice look underneath, and that's going to be off of the legs of the Heat. Bluegrass has numbers coming the other way. In the corner, three-pointer on the way. Just short. Offensive rebound put back. That rolls out. Another offensive rebound, and we're going to have a foul on the floor.
Yeah, that was a great play by the Heat over here on that backdoor cut, just unable to corral the pass.
And I believe they got Cohen Starr for that foul. Substitutions for the Heat. John Hall checks back in, as does Jet Bell. And the air ball from deep from Thomas.
Yeah, you got to wonder which team's going to start making layups in this game and can kind of go on a run.
40 seconds to play in the opening period of this boys 8A bracket play.
.25 seconds. I think they're going to hold for one shot here to either take the lead going into the second or go in tied. What you don't want to do is create a turnover if you're the Heat.
Three-pointer on the way, too strong off the back iron. Offensive rebound.
Travel.
And we're going to have a traveling violation from Hartman before he put that basket in. Just 0.7 left in the first quarter. Substitutions for both teams. That's how you know it's a high-stakes game on the first day of nationals, when there's 0.7 seconds left and both teams are substituting players in. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. After 8 minutes, we're right where we are when we started. Bluegrass 7, Tyler 7. Second quarter coming up after this.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. Ouch! When it hurts, real time it.
And we are back at the Evangel AG Financial Arena here in Springfield, Missouri. Paul Gilmore joined by Jeremy Caldwell as we continue the action of the boys 18 and under, 8A 1 versus 8 game. Hartman fires up a 3. That's no good. Tisdale with the rebound.
Tisdale's a really good rebounder, a really good leaper, and meets the ball at the peak and brings it down.
And that's going to be a steal coming the other way. And layup and one is good for Cohen Starr. And Jeremy, we were talking about the inability to connect on layups in that first period. And then we have Cohen Starr hit probably the highest degree of difficulty one yet.
Yeah, and finishes it with the left hand and draws the foul. And that foul, I believe, is on Dolan for the Blazers. Knocks down the free throw, so that's an early 3-point here in the second quarter for the Heat. Now see if they took the lid off that for layups. We'll try to get you an update here for the Drury facility as soon as we can. They may be having technical difficulties there. Travel. Oh, they're going to get a call. I believe that's going to be on number 21, possibly. Let's see.
Yeah, they do call that on Miller Wood.
2 more substitutions for the Blazers. Blazers played quite a few people. They've made a few substitutions here throughout. They've played at least 7 guys here in this game.
That
Another
time,
layup.
The take is good for John Hall. He powered up like he was going to flush it down, but he got a layup in. And Jeremy, you mentioned how layups could be a contributing factor in this game. Well, Tyler Heat has started the second quarter connecting on some free throws. Easton Woodcock no good on the jumper. And just like that, Tyler Heat are out and running. And we got a traveling violation that is going to be called against Aiden Shelton.
Yep. You know, that was significant there of the Heat, how they played basketball is rebound, look up the floor, they throw it out to runouts. They just haven't been able to get the ball to go in the hoop this time.
That was a high degree of difficulty shot for Barron Wilson. He connects on it.
He's got 5 points in the game. There's going to be a foul on the Blazers. 42, I believe. So that Barron Wilson knocks down the 2 and then comes on the defensive side and gets a foul called on him.
Eli Anderson has the ball knocked away, and they're going to say last touched by Anderson.
Yeah, Tisdale did a reach around there and tipped the ball out from behind him. And then in the air, Eli Anderson tipped it out of bounds to give possession back to the Blazers.
Kind of a wild possession for the Blazers. Ends up in a 3-point attempt. No good, too strong off the backboard. In the corner, 3-pointer on the way, too strong. Offensive rebound. Back out top to Anderson, who drives. Hands it off, good patience. And that is put up and in by Shelton.
That one almost rolled out. But here in the second quarter, the Heat have come out. They're 3 for 3 for the layups. So looks like they may have fixed that problem.
That ball is punched away that time by Shelton. Ends up back in the hands of Woodcock. Comes back the other way, couple of behind the back dribbles. Finds Tisdale for 3, too strong off the back iron. Ends up right in the hands of Wilson, no good. Tisdale skies up for the rebound. Can't connect on that either.
Eli Anderson with the defensive rebound run out.
Good look underneath for Shelton.
The Heat take an early 16-9 lead. They've jumped out here in this second quarter to a 9-2 run.
Thomas working it inside. Not much going off the backboard, too strong with the left hand.
Heat doing a really good job, defensive rebound, limiting the Blazers to one opportunity per possession. He's
on the
being
drive.
patient.
Flipped up with the right hand from the left side. No good was Hall.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit higher than he thought he was.
And then coming down the other way, Baron Wilson had Thomas in the corner, but lost the handle out of bounds.
Yeah. That's going to be a timeout for the Blazers. I believe this is a 30-second timeout, so. It looks like it's a full timeout. We'll stay here, though. So the key to the game so far has been in the first quarter. It looks like both teams were a little bit off their game. They really couldn't find a rhythm, either one. Tyler Heat, as we had mentioned a couple times, that, you know, they come out just the first quarter alone. I think they missed 10 to 12 layups. And, ended the quarter tied 7-7. I had a couple threes that kept them in it, and then have come out here early in the second quarter on a 9-2 run, making the layups that they were missing in the first quarter. So you kind of wonder, jitters kind of got to them, little nerves. Number one seed in the tournament coming in for the first time, haven't been there before, knowing all the pressures on them now to hold up to that number one seed. So looks like they've settled in a little bit, and now they can kind of play their style. The Blazers, they move the ball really well. Defensively, they rebound really well. They just haven't been able to get the shots to fall. And Tyler Heat's defense, I think, has caused a little bit of aggravation on the Blazers' offense right now.
If we were to replay that first quarter 100 times, I don't know how many would end up at 7-7, but I don't think it would be many.
No.
That time, the left-hand drive by Hartman, who has not been able to get it going, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line shooting two.
I believe they called that foul on Dolan. And I believe I have him down as being his second. And that's the fourth team foul for the Blazers. So Waker Hartman misses the free throw. But we have 3:48 to go here in the first half. And the next foul for the Blazer puts them over the bonus. So the Tyler Heat will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of this half. Hartman knocks down the second of 2. So you got to think Tyler Heat's probably going to be pushing the tempo and probably trying to get to the basket. And if they don't make a layup, maybe get to the free throw line.
There's been a couple of times now where Tisdale for Bluegrass has asked for a sub. So conditioning certainly play a factor as well. 3-pointer from the top of the key off the back iron. That ball is tipped. Good presence of mind by Shelton to knock the ball out of bounds off of Wood. Tisdale will check back in.
Yeah, because there was 2 Blazers right underneath the basket. If he would have saved it, would have given an open layup. So I think he recognized that midair and just threw it off the feet. Smart play there by Tyler Heat.
They have outscored the Bluegrass Blazers 10-2 so far in the second quarter.
The Heat run a lot of motion. They're trying to post up Woodcock. Good shot by John Hall there. He definitely has the mismatch over Woodcock in the paint, so it looked like they recognized that, and we're going to try to see if they can exploit that offensively.
There was even some help defense that last time around, but Hall able to go over the top and put it in. Now Thomas on the drive. Lost the handle for a second, but flips it up. Not before he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, I believe that foul is going to be on 15, Trey Madrid.
One of the things you'll see the Tyler Heat do as well is that they have a big bench, and they're not afraid to play a lot of players.
Yes, they will. They will play most of the guys that dress.
First free throw is good for the all-region player.
That's their third point of this second quarter, and we have 2:34 to go. So they went 5.5 minutes and only scored 2 points.
On that free throw, just about every single part of the rim was hit. Quick update for you, we're back live over at Drury as well. The Houston Raiders lead Omaha Roadrunners by 1. So that stream is back live again if you're looking for the other side of our feature court. We're going to have a foul called against Bluegrass. I believe that's going to be on number 21, Miller Wood.
And the Roadrunners just took the lead on a last-second shot before the half, and they're going to go into the half up 34-31 over the Raiders.
The Raiders, of course, played in the Big South Regional Final against the Tyler Heat and played them pretty well. They had a 16-5 lead in the first quarter. So what you're going to see on the boys' side is some really high-level basketball, and this year we really feel like any team can beat any team on any given game. So looking forward to the parity and seeing all the games happen this week. Second free throw no good from Hall.
Yeah, the Houston Raiders were the first team to beat MHEA in 5 years in homeschool basketball at the Big South Regional.
Tisdale, top of the key, trying to use Thomas as a screener. That was halfway down, couldn't go in, and then he's called for the over the back.
Yeah, John Hall's a pretty good leaper. He can actually get up and throw it down if he needs to, and he's probably one of the guys that can jump with Tisdale on those rebounds, and he had a really good position drawing that foul on Tisdale, which is going to send him to the free throw line because the Blazers are over the limit.
First free throw hits the back iron and drops for Hall.
He went 1 for 2 the last time at the free throw line.
Connects on both this time. He's got 7 points in this second quarter to extend the Heat lead. They've doubled up Bluegrass now, 22-11. On the drive, no call, charge or foul. Meanwhile, Anderson's got to break out the other way. And that's going to be goaltended. It was going to go in either way.
Tyler Heat have scored 17 points here in the second quarter to 4 for the Blazers.
Certainly more of their style that we're used to seeing from Tyler Heat. They can heat it up in a hurry, no pun intended.
Right.
But they also have the ability to... They're going to call a blocking foul, I think, on Hall.
That's his first foul of the game. That's only the second team foul for the Heat. Great job defensively there. They switched all those screens. The Blazers ran a few different screens on that inbounds play. Unable to get the layup.
Thomas airballed the three on the other end and then commits the foul on Hartman on defense.
That's going to send Hartman to the free throw line, where he went 1 for 2 his last opportunity at the strike.
And you mentioned it earlier, Jeremy, the offensive output that he had in that regional final.
Yeah.
Has not quite had the same impact today, just 5 points. We're still early in the first half, but the Heat have done a good job of spreading around the offense and having different players get some different looks. That's one thing they excel at.
Yeah, they do a really good job of, as he knocks down that second free throw, of spreading the ball around and utilizing everybody offensively. They don't have just one dominant player that they have to depend on. Anybody on the floor can score, and they move the ball so well that, everybody has the option. If you're open, you can take it because they all trust each other. And they play really, really good team basketball, offensively and defensively. So they're a very unselfish team, and that's probably a detriment to the coach there, the style and the program that he's built, Ryan Tomlin over there.
So we're under a minute to play in the first half. The Heat have chosen to go 5 wide, see if they can get the final shot of the half. Leading now by 15 in what was a tie ball game after the first quarter. So they've certainly played strong here in the second quarter, looking to take a big lead into the half.
Yeah, nobody really on either team in a lot of foul trouble. The Blazers have 2 guys with 2 fouls that we have tracked, but other than that, nobody really in foul trouble for the game. So 10 seconds to go. Probably going to get into your set here that you want to run.
Anderson in the corner. Three-pointer for Hartman. Yes. And that's how the first half is going to end. Tyler Heat 29, Bluegrass Blazers 11. Second half action and all the other games we have happening here at Evangel after this intermission.
When it hurts, real time it. 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 When it hurts, real time it.
When you have a second quarter that's 22-4, that's going to affect where you stand in the game. Right now, the number 1 overall seed, Tyler Heat, lead 29-11 over the Bluegrass Blazers. Thank you once again for joining us. Start of the second half. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined by Jeremy Caldwell. Heat start just as aggressive as they did the entire first half. On the drive, Dolan flips it up with the left. No good. High degree of difficulty.
Once again, once again, very aggressive defense by the Heat.
On the drive, Cohen Starr, no good. Tisdale back the other way.
Another missed layup for the Heat.
Corner three, that's no good. Up ahead, Anderson on the breakaway. Or excuse me, that's Hall. Too strong off the front iron.
Yeah, I think he saw Tisdale behind him, thought he was going to get a block.
And then we're going to have a foul on the floor. They're going to call that on Hartman. That's the first foul on Waker Hartman.
So the Heat start the third quarter just like they started the game. 2 missed layups.
On the drive, that shot is just short. It's been that kind of day for Bluegrass so far. They've gotten some decent looks, just nothing has fallen.
Yeah,
really since that first quarter.
John Hall had really good position for the rebound, just unable to corral it, and end up tipping it out of bounds, giving the ball back to the Blazers.
Good look on the inside, and that's a nice looking jumper, nothing but net for Miller Wood, his first points of the game. Three-pointer, that's too strong off the back rim and iron. Hartman drives to his right, puts it up, too strong off the front iron as well.
3 straight missed layups for the Heat. Looks like they takes them about a quarter to get used to the goals they have to shoot on.
Thomas turnaround off the back
shot.
iron. Tisdale skies for the rebound. Can't hit that. Gets his own rebound again. And that time with a little bit of English gets it to go.
That's his second bucket of the game.
Three-pointer on the way. That is good for Cohen Starr. Then we've got a reach-in foul called on Starr. That's his second.
Second team foul of the quarter. Cohen's second foul of the game.
Woodcock drives to his left. Stop and pop jumper off the left side. No good. Good look inside to Aiden Shelton, and that's going to be denied.
Yeah, it looked like it was a clean block. Good job on the referees not to call a foul there. There's a lot of traffic, but it looked like he got his hand on top of the ball.
Starr double teamed in the corner, gets in underneath to Shelton. Good find. That extends the lead to 19.
Yeah, Blazers sent a double team out to the corner on the ball, and then he was able to see over the defenders and find an open Shelton underneath.
Ball's tipped away by Anderson.
Anderson has really good quick hands.
Hartman, jumper short. That ball is tipped and stolen away.
Yeah, it looked like 42 there. Barron Wilson kind of just stopped play. Thought he was going to get a foul called, I believe.
Good find into Starr. That foul is going to be called on Tisdale, his second.
Yeah, Starr's got 9 points right now, going to the free throw line to see if he can get into double figures.
First free throw is good.
I think he's the first one in double figures here in this ball game, is Cohen Starr. As you mentioned in the first half, if you're just joining us, Tyler Heat, number 1 seed coming into this tournament, have 3 all-region players in this game. Missed a free throw, get an offensive rebound.
Anderson airballed it, but ultimately was able to be saved by the Heat. Last touched by Tyler, though. Ball will go to Kentucky.
going to be a timeout by the Blazers, I believe. See if they can settle the players down. They're down 35-15 right now. We ended the first quarter. It was tied 7-7. So, the Blazers really haven't been able to get anything going since the first quarter. They've just seemed out of sorts. Now, credit that to the Heat's defense because they play really aggressive, jumping past the lanes. And if you notice, the Blazers try to run a lot of motion offense, and the Heat just keep switching all those screens. And, there's every time you come off a screen, there's a defender waiting for you right there. And it's tough to get in your offensive rhythm when you can't get any movement, can't get any open. So it looks like Tisdale is out again, but he may be sick in this game. You can see him coughing on the bench over there, so it may not be a in-shape ordeal. Maybe he came into this tournament feeling a little under the weather, and they were trying to get through this first game, but he's having difficulties over there. So once again, the Blazers come out after the timeout, see if they can get a score, see what the coach drew up for him, and get a three.
Thomas short on the three, and then on the rebound, we're going to end up having a foul on Bluegrass. That's going to be number 44, Grant Brashear.
I believe that's his first foul of the game.
And one thing that Bluegrass has been struggling with since that first quarter is there's been a lot of one-on-one attacking the Tyler Heat defense, and that's playing right into their hands.
Right. Yeah, defensively, the Tyler Heat plays really, really good defense as a team defense. They help each other out. They see the open guys.
On that inbounds, I don't know if you were able to see it on the broadcast, but Hartman, everybody had their back turned, and Hartman threw it off of the defender. And then ultimately, he's the one that scored the points.
And that puts him in double figures. He has 11 points for the game. So now the Heat with two players in double figures and points. And we mentioned earlier they do a really good job of spreading the ball around as a team. Another good job of boxing out there by good follow by Hartman. Gets the offensive rebound and a putback on another missed layup, Paul. That's been the status quo here for the Heat, but yeah, they still have a 24-point lead.
Then Woodcock misses the three. Ball tipped back out to Easton Woodcock. Nice find underneath to Wilson. And that's the first points of the second half for Wilson.
Yeah, he's got 7 for the game.
In the far corner, Shelton for three. Yes. Tyler Heat doing a good job of spreading the wealth.
Yeah, that's the 5th three of the game for the Heat. And that gives Aiden Shelton 9 points for the game. So they're 1 point away for Shelton from having 3 players in double figures here.
And they can just keep throwing players at you. Another round of substitutions.
I think what they do is when they come out the game, you just go sit at the end of the bench and everybody shifts over. Your time will come back up. Just follow the chairs.
Wilson pump fakes, drives to his left, off the backboard, too strong. Rebound controlled by Hall, but traveling is going to keep it with the Blazers.
Blazers need to get a score here. Haven't had one in a while.
On his drive, that being Miller Wood, he's fouled.
That's going to be a foul on John Hall.
First free throw is good from Wood.
Gives him 3 points for the game, all three coming here in this third quarter.
Can't connect on the second. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Tyler Heat have blown this game wide open. They lead 42-18, looking to extend that lead on the drive. Cohen Starr kicks it out. Jumper no good. All kinds of Heat jerseys underneath. Ends up in the hands of Hall. On his drive, he tries to float it up with the right, but it hits off the side of the backboard. And then Wood is going to be fouled again. They're going to call it on the floor.
John Hall's third foul of the game.
Trey Madrid checks back in for the Tyler Heat. And they're saying that's 5 team fouls on Tyler, so that's going to put Miller Wood at the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, so with a score of 42-18, the Tyler Heat have went on a run since the end of that first quarter when we were tied 7 apiece. It's a 35-11 run since that first quarter.
And Wood no good on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second either. Hall rips down the rebound. Three-pointer on the way, in and out. Quickly up ahead. In the near corner, Thomas will fire up a 3. That's short. Rebound Wood, another foul on Hall. So Miller Wood has done a great job of battling underneath. He's gotten a couple of extra possessions for the Blazers. They have not been able to capitalize on it, but he has had the opportunity to go to the free throw line and put John Hall in some foul trouble.
Makes that one. He was 1 for 4 before that one. Now he's 2 for 5 from the free throw line. But this is going to be his 6th free throw just here in this third quarter alone. Looks like Eli Anderson's going to the table. Was going to come back in. Missed the second free throw. Once again, John Hall with the defensive rebound.
Three-pointer. That's too strong. Offensive rebound. Hall. Lost the handle, but recollects. Hall is going to fire up a 3. That's off left. Rebound Tisdale. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 23-point advantage for the Tyler Heat.
Almost threw the ball away there.
Woodcock corrals it. Down low, Thomas. You can hear the Heat bench yelling no foul. Good turnaround for Thomas. His first basket of the second half.
20 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Can't connect with the left is Hall. Good find off the glass and in. Three-quarters court shot is going to be no good. So we head into the fourth and final period of play with the Tyler Heat leading 44-21 over Bluegrass. Final 8 minutes to come after this intermission.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Start of the fourth quarter. Tyler Heat lead 44-21 over Bluegrass. Winner will advance to play again tomorrow on a feature court. That foul is on Jonathan Thomas.
I believe Nathan Barnes makes his appearance in the game for Tyler Heat, number 51.
So the winner will advance to play the first boys game tomorrow here at Evangel at 5:45 in the afternoon.
Good job by the Heat, being patient with the offense.
On the drive, Hall flips it off the glass and puts it in.
We definitely mentioned Hall's name quite a bit today, whether it's drawing fouls, getting rebounds, or finishing in the paint. He's doing a little bit of everything for the Heat.
Tilly with the big sweeping hook. No good off the back iron. Up ahead again, it's Hall, and he flips it up from the left side with the right hand.
It puts him in double figures. He has 11 for the game.
And then Hartman is called for the block.
So the Heat have 3 players in double figures in scoring right now.
Free throw is good for Grafton Dolan. Right now, Barron Wilson is the leading scorer for Bluegrass with 7. Miller Wood, offensive rebound and putback.
He's had a really good second half.
They were looking to post down low. The foul is going to be called on Dolan. That's Nathan Barnes that was working down low in the post. Substitution. Kedron Penny checks in. Swatted away by Thomas. Quickly back the other way. The ball's going to be knocked off of Tyler Heat.
The Blazers have hit 1 3 in this ball game. That was early in the first quarter, and they have not done much since then from the three-point line.
Give a lot of credit to the Tyler Heat defense. They are playing a swarming man defense that, Jeremy, you mentioned earlier, switching everything, making it really difficult to attack. They don't have any players that are not capable of guarding almost any position. Anderson with the left hand. His first points of the second half.
It gives him 5 for the ball game. But once again, that aggressive defense is what was able to get him that steal and layup. That's going to be a foul on the Heat.
That's the 3rd foul on Waker Hartman. Blazers having a hard time inbounding before ultimately throwing it in the backcourt.
Almost got a 10-second call there.
Ball is kicked by Anderson.
The Blazers just can't find anything open offensively. Everywhere they look to try to pass the ball, they see a white jersey. The ball handler, when he turns around, sometimes he sees 2 white jerseys, 1 white jersey always close to the ball. And once again, another deflection there by the Heat.
Another steal by Anderson. They have made it so difficult to put anything together offensively this entire ball game. It's reflected in the score line. That 3 by Thomas, no good.
Yeah, and you got to.
And we've got a foul down low. That's going to be on Tisdale.
That's Jet Bell with the finish, getting him on the scorebooks. That's his first points of the game. Going to get the free throw to go with it to see if he can complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
30-second timeout. And Jeremy, what I wanted to mention is we have, when I look at my score sheet in front of me, I see at least 6 or 7 Tyler Heat players that have made a mark on the scorebook. And then when I look on Bluegrass, it's not dissimilar, but you just look at the disparity in the number of points that the Heat have across their players. I mean, you mentioned several players in double figures.
Yeah.
Bluegrass has a couple of players that have scored, but none of them near double figures. So
they just
obviously in a 30-point game, they haven't been able to really score at the clip that they would need to stay with the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah, the Blazers, I mean, the first quarter, they stayed with it. And, most of that may have been due to the 10 to 12 missed layups by the Tyler Heat. But nonetheless, they were tied at the end of the first quarter. But since then, they just have not been able to get any type of rhythm, mostly due to the defensive pressure that the Tyler Heat puts on you. They don't really full court press you, but they don't let you really get in the offensive set and let you do whatever you want. They kind of depict the pace of the game. They kind of depict what you're going to do. And defensively, and you mentioned a couple times as he knocks down that free throw, is Tyler Heat they just substitute in and out and they don't miss a beat. Like you don't even miss, like, okay, Eli Anderson's out of the game, let's go at this guy, but you can't do that because the next guy comes up and plays just as good.
Nice up and under for Grafton Dolan. And it's important to remember as well that in these type of situations, even if you're down 30 in the fourth quarter, these are not wasted minutes. As a coach, you're looking at opportunities for your guys who maybe normally don't get the most minutes to get some good looks, and you also can run some different sets against a really high caliber defense.
Yeah. And
Tisdale flipped that from the reverse in a fancy fashion.
Put a little jelly roll on it.
He did. And you'll see that, the Blazers have a couple of players in that haven't really touched the floor much. Nathan Barnes, who hasn't seen the floor as much, he's getting some good minutes. So, again, valuable time for both of these teams. That foul was on Andrew Ross, who had checked into the game.
Yeah, that was a really good post move by Nathan Barnes there to finish. Really good footwork, spin move, able to finish with contact.
And that's one thing that's great about our Nationals is there's opportunities for teams, even losing your first game. Yes, it does eliminate you from competing for an undisputed gold ball or undisputed national championship, but you still have games every day all the way through Friday.
Right.
So these teams still have a lot to play for. Again, playing at the D1 level is an honor, and Bluegrass certainly is going to have better games than they had today. And again, a lot to play for this week.
Even losing this game, they still have the opportunity for the D2 championship.
Couple of good looks for Tyler Heat. Going back to Barnes. And he's been a force since he checked into this game.
Yeah, he's got 6 quick points here in the fourth quarter. And letting Coach know, I can play the big man too, Coach.
So just about 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Tisdale turnaround short.
I think you're fixing to see the couple more substitutions for the Heat here. As number 14, Ben Tyman, is coming into the game, I believe, for the first time. And that's going to give Penny and Shelton a break, and they'll probably be able to rest the rest of this game. Tyler Heat up 61-28. And the game kind of flipped whenever we got to the second quarter, and Tyler Heat went on that 22-4 run in that second quarter. Kind of flipped the script of the whole game.
Three-pointer too strong. Barnes offensive rebound.
Missed the putback.
Tisdale, he's fouled on his drive.
I believe that's on 24. Jet Bell.
And certainly not what you want to see at a Nationals game, but in the fourth quarter, with the score being what it is a running clock. First free throw is good from Tisdale.
You've got 3 points here in the fourth quarter.
Game has gone final over at Drury. The Houston Raiders advance over the Omaha Roadrunners. Tisdale connects on both. Woodcock able to steal the inbounds. His turnaround fadeaway is good.
That's his first bucket of the game.
We've certainly seen him light it up at Nationals, so to see him get his first points in the fourth quarter is a bit surprising. Thomas has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Bluegrass.
Yeah, Eli Anderson did a really good job of kind of taking Woodcock out of the game for the Blazers. He wasn't able to get any shots off and just not been able to be involved much offensively.
So one thing I'm glad to see from Bluegrass is that they are running an offensive set. Again, final minute of the game, down 29. They're still choosing to set it up. I can hear their coach talking from the sidelines about what play to run.
Yeah, still battling. Nobody on the team giving up.
And that offensive rebound, no good. A couple of good looks for Andrew Ross, but he is unable to connect.
30 seconds. You got to wonder, they're just going to hold it, run the clock out. 25 seconds.
When you have such good ball movement and guard play from the Tyler Heat, they're able to pull it out and run the rest of the time off. So for our opening boys 18U game, that's going to do it. The Tyler Heat are going to win 61-32 over the Bluegrass Blazers of Kentucky. On behalf of Jeremy Caldwell, my name is Paul Gilmore. Make sure you stick around for more boys 18U action coming up after this intermission.